Oh, it's loud.
7, 6, 5,
Hello,
4.
and welcome to Power in Perspective, where we reframe conversations with empathy and humor. I'm April, and this is Aaron. Say hi, Aaron. Awesome.
Perfect. That nailed it.
So, today is our
You're
introductory
on the right
video,
side.
and Aaron, I can hear your background so loud. I think you turned up your volume. Turn it back down. Okay. We
Let me see.
are Today we're going to introduce ourselves with
I can
a
come up.
topic that is near and dear to our hearts because we were both born in Las Vegas, and we are going to talk about some myths, some pros, some cons about living in Las Vegas. Oh, yeah. Well, obviously we both still live here. Look at our backgrounds.
And we both
Can't
still
you
live
tell
here.
that's where
It
we're
should
at?
be noted.
We're here right now. Right
Yeah.
here, right now.
We're here
Aaron
right
has
now.
done some hardcore investigation for this podcast, and then I showed up. So,
Well, I found out it was fun. I found out that since the state was founded in 1864, that there was no gaming law per se, and at one point in 1905 it was actually made illegal. So from 1905 to 1931, gaming was illegal in Nevada as a whole, which I thought was
yeah,
interesting. I didn't
I
actually
I was looking
realize
up
that it
stuff too and saw that.
was
I saw
actively
that there
legalized.
was a time period where it was illegal. That goes into one of the myths I found that um, Las Vegas only survives on gambling and tourism. You think so?
Yeah,
Well, there's other
absolutely, and
things.
that's definitely true. No, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're getting into renewable energy and tech. With me working in tech, I see it a lot. A lot of tech companies are coming here, moving from California for
That's
what
a
may be
that's a
obvious
different
reasons.
topic.
It not really being affordable. Yeah. At the same time, though, when I was doing um, out small business IT, it seemed like every single one of our clients
Oh,
supported the gaming industry. So almost no matter what it was, we had sheet metal places, and from the outside, a sheet
building
metal
slot
place sounds like a
machines.
sheet metal
Yeah, that
place
makes
until
sense.
you go in and they're building slot
So
machines.
yes, that myth is true. We would collapse without gaming. Right, right,
Well, and we might be. I mean, it's
right.
we don't
Some things
know
are
we
coming
don't know
back
how
though.
things are
I
going to
just
come
saw
out with
that they
all
are
of
going
this.
to
So
allow, this is so weird, candlelight open air concerts. Why do they have to be candlelight?
I I don't know. I feel like yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
whole other
weird.
topic because it all seems pretty arbitrary, regardless. But I also came across that apparently people think that there are no small
Isn't Las
businesses
Vegas one of the best
in
places
Las
to have a small
Vegas.
business? Oh, I thought it
That
was
I
with
couldn't tell you.
taxes and
I don't.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how like corporate taxes and everything. I'm not
Oh, yeah. I thought
versed
Las
in that at
Vegas was a
all.
good place to open a small business. Yeah, there's tons here too.
That's good to know. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's rampant almost. I mean, then again, I also only worked for small businesses up
that's
until
true.
5 years ago, so I survived a good portion of
I
my
would
life
say
in
too,
small
like,
business.
if you work in the gambling arena, you most likely moved here. Do a lot of your friends work in casinos?
Nobody I know, not
Yeah,
nobody.
like,
I know a couple dealers, but past that, also most of the people I know
shut
were
up.
raised here, not necessarily
Really?
born, but raised here.
Maybe it's because you're younger than me.
Yeah, Well, and I went to school with a lot of these people that I'm still friends
What are you
with,
trying to
so
say?
they didn't move here for work. Nothing. Like literally nothing.
That I don't keep friends? That's what he's trying to say.
No, not up in your business. Well,
Well, that's literally the point of this. To
yeah,
be
to
all
be
up in
all
my
up in your
business. That's our new
business.
tagline, peeps. This is April and Aaron, and he's all up in my business.
That is true. While I keep mine to myself. Uh,
D-
so I mean, it's worth noting because along with that, people talk about there not being anything to do in Vegas, or that people only come here to gamble and do the casino and the touristy stuff. When I mean, we've got the by volume the largest reservoir in the United States in Lake Mead, which is it's fine. I mean, people probably don't come out here for that, but there's a lot of water recreation, a lot of water skiing, fishing, all that sorts of crap, as well as your beautiful Red Rock that you've got behind you,
right? Not
30
only,
minutes from the strip.
yeah, not only that, there's Red Rock, there's Mount Charleston, 4 hours from the ocean, 4 hours from Utah, 2 hours if you want to go to the hot place. So
Which
much to do.
the hot place?
Like St. George, I think is hot.
Oh, I mean Phoenix is hot for sure.
Well, yeah, Phoenix is like death, really.
Yes,
Like
I.
death.
And
Yeah.
then there's also, I mean, Lake Las Vegas has they have some really cool stuff. I don't know if you actually were aware of this, but they have an inflatable playground thing
Yeah,
that I haven't been out to see yet, and I
I was actually aware. I have not been on it, but I've seen it.
yeah, we should go.
I
We
like
should
Las
make a
Vegas.
point out of that because that.
Plans. Hashtag goals. Hashtag goals.
Oh, because I found out they
Bump.
have dinosaur tracks at Red Rock too. I didn't know they actually
It,
had. They actually found dinosaur tracks at Red Rock. Small.
when?
I didn't read too much into it. Settle down.
Oh,
Uh,
because there's a trail called Discovery Trail at Red Rock. Um, and it's supposed to have a lot of fossils and stuff. So I wonder if it's in that area.
huh. I don't know. I don't do a lot. I
Um,
can't stand. My legs can't do the hiking thing really. So you'd be
oh,
better.
but there is. I think that's a huge myth. That's all that people do here is gamble.
Yeah.
Like, do you go to the strip? Do you gamble?
No, not in the. I mean, every once in a while, there are. I mean, there is some truth to it in that most of the time, if I go to a movie theater, well, in the before times, um, that it would be in a casino, and I would have a habit. I'll put $20 in a machine just to see it, just to pay
Really?
for, just to potentially pay for movie tickets. So it's a little more expensive to go to the movies, but sometimes you come out and get a free movie. That was it.
That that has never happened to me. Also because I know I will lose. Yeah. That's probably why I lose. I know. That's another podcast episode, peeps, coming at you. Like mindset, magic, all that stuff coming at you. For reals. Uh, a little bit. That's true. I've and I've wanted out since I was a wee child. I did not say that. But I have grown to appreciate it, I think. Have you and you haven't lived anywhere else, right? Yeah. So when I went to college for 3 months away. Um, like you start to appreciate things aren't open. Things aren't open in Oregon. I went to Oregon State in Corvallis, small town. Things aren't open. Like if you're hungry at midnight, there's no Taco Bell you can just go swing around at. No, nothing's open. Oh, say that again. You had a crazy sound. Oh, Vamp? Does that mean you need me to keep talking? Yeah, I don't know what vamp means, but I can talk. I will talk about the I have to talk about this website. So my research entailed just looking up myths about Las Vegas because I don't know the myths because I live here. So I don't know what other people think. So I looked up these myths, and one of the myths, get this, it's too hot. That's
Well, you
the
should
myth.
know. That's
People,
that's
that is
probably why
not
all
a
those
myth.
leadership states.
That, yeah, they try. I don't know who wrote this, but this person does not live here. No, it is too hot
Yeah, this is definitely
most of the
a
time.
different format than we would normally do. With it.
Uh,
It is truth. It is the real life. Well, and the weird part about that
Right?
is that you
If
get
you
the
can cook an
opposite as
egg
well.
on the
That people
street,
say it's a dry heat.
it's hot.
So you
Yeah.
get people from the south, and I'm not taking anything away from heat in general,
Yes.
because hot is hot.
Yes.
But
But they're not
you
120
can't say it's a
degrees.
dry heat when it's 120
This is a
degrees outside.
controversial
If you
issue,
can
I
cook
think. I think we've hit
outside
the controversy
without an
here.
appliance, it's hot.
Yeah, it's
Now, would I rather be 10% humidity versus 90% humidity at 120 degrees? Sure.
yes,
Yeah,
because we have air
sure.
conditioning. You know what is a myth?
No.
Here, let's go with this. And I'm about to tell you
I think
the biggest
I
Vegas
think it's
tip
silly because I think it's
ever. You will
insane.
not find this
It's like
in
we
those
shouldn't
little
compete
tip
for who's
books. You will
more
not find this
miserable.
anywhere. This is a
Who wins
secret
that?
tip. It
It's
is
not me.
bring a frickin' sweater, even if it's 120 degrees out, everywhere you go, because they all will be blasting the air conditioning and you will freeze to death. No, no. Bring a sweater. It is cold. It is cold in the movie theater. It
That's
is
not what
cold
I
in
expected to
restaurants. It is
hear.
cold in casinos. It is
I thought you were
cold
going to
everywhere.
encourage people to
You
wear
know
sweaters
someone
in
is
the
from
heat
Vegas if it's
because
120
insulation is
degrees out and they have a
insulation. It's still
sweatshirt in their
only
hand.
98 degrees in here.
Because, oh, no, now you've gone too far.
That's true. Air conditioning is the devil. No, it's well, and the one of the things that I actually saw was the about the history of the city and how it was basically popularized by gangsters or mobsters, I guess would be more accurate. And before the mobsters took over, that
Right?
the article I was reading literally referred to them as crazy people because they had all of these facilities, were
Oh,
building all these
yeah.
facilities, and there was no air
I feel
conditioning.
like you just
So these
dissed us a
people were
little bit, but
actually
that's
living in Las
legit.
Vegas, were at 110 degrees in the
Yes,
summer
yes.
with no
Well,
air
and they
conditioning. I don't
started,
know how those
like,
people
I always think
survived.
of when you go to the Springs
But it
Preserve,
makes
another
sense. I mean,
plug
it
for
makes
something to
Vegas
do
make a lot more
when
sense
in
from
Las
that
Vegas that isn't
perspective.
gambling. The Springs Preserve, and you read about the indigenous that lived here, like, previously. Now, there was water at the
Everybody's
time,
crazy. It happens.
so it was a little cooler, but it still had to be hot AF. Just like no. And people say, "Oh, you get used to it." No. No, you do not get used to 120 degrees. I'm sorry, you don't. Agreed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely get used to like up to
I feel like
100.
it's at least a month.
There's definitely a
Over
used
not
to.
120. Okay, over
But
110.
it does. I mean, and it's only a couple of weeks a year.
Yeah,
It's
over
not
110.
all the time that it's over 100 and killing you. I mean, it sits at 100 a lot, and we get some reprises during the summer, but you don't get used to 120.
Yes. No, it's like being a little person inside of the blow dryer.
Well, it might be, and it's not like constant. It's
To be a
also not
little
always
person. I was
windy,
like,
which is
why
another
are you
thing to
sitting in a
consider
blow
because when
dryer?
it's
That
windy,
makes
it's
no
just like
sense. I'm very
sitting in front of a blow
confused.
dryer.
Because you're so used to it, it's like home. So you
Well, I mean
just
that's my
put the
life
blow
anyway,
dryer
but
on
that's
you.
more probably more your life. Yeah.
Oh, Someone asked us how hot it is.
Because I live here. It's just the way it goes.
Uh, uh,
Yeah,
something. There is a joke
just more
there that
comfortable.
we
Just
missed.
more comfortable.
How?
Um. Oh, it is so hot.
Oh, it says also, someone also messaged us and said that your sound is 30 seconds
And now I'm
delayed, so
uncomfortable
I
by
end
your
up
by
talking
the
over you.
your exasperation and hand gestures.
That is odd. Also, how do you know that I just don't always talk over him? No.
Oh, that's odd.
Well, I can't watch you in our screen because it's so delayed. It's making me
That
like
may be
talk
true.
funny.
That may
Maybe I should
very well
wait till
be
you're
true.
done.
I don't actually know how that could be. If you can hear me just fine.
Yes, but also I am delayed on my Skype as well. Really?
Oh,
I
so it
wonder if it's my
is you.
internet.
I'm delayed on your Skype.
No, not
Oh,
if
because
you're
your Skype
delayed.
is full live for me as far
That's
as
okay. I
hearing
will just wait
you
longer
and seeing
after
you
you
at the same
talk.
time. It's a distinct possibility. Maybe no.
Yeah, 'cause I can't hear it. Oh, look.
That'll probably work. And yeah, I definitely see it on the feed. I
They're
gotta
not
figure that
I
out. I don't
wouldn't
know
say rigged.
why
Rigged is the wrong word.
that might be an issue.
It's like
Um, so yeah,
yeah.
apparently also people think
So we got another message.
games are
It's
rigged in
it's
Vegas.
like your mouth doesn't go with the words like watching a Godzilla movie. This is very technical, peeps. Let me just tell you the like
Oh,
normal people like me. Like there's a lot of tech
I'm trying to
happening on the
watch it,
back
but
end. I
it's
thought we
throwing
just
me
like
off.
press the button and record. Apparently there's like a lot of work that you got to do to set stuff up.
Well, I got frustrated enough now. It should be fine because I just switched to my regular audio instead of Skype audio. Because yeah, Skype. I don't know why I trusted Skype, but that's okay.
Yeah, you're delayed still on mine, but I'm also delayed. I'm just gonna ignore the video.
And I'm talking to you through Skype still, so that
Okay.
should be different. But anyway, yeah, no, it's definitely not rigged. Like when I was looking at it, and the example I always like to use is roulette, because if you go in and you figure black or red, it should be 50-50 in without the zeros. Obviously, for somebody who's not familiar with roulette, they have either 1 0 spot, which is green, or two a zero and a double zero spot, which are green. Um, so to get that 50-50 off, they make it's 47.4 with the two green spots.
Zero.
So that's their advantage, is that whatever 2.6, that 2.6%. And that's why everybody can come in and win, because it's over time. It's all aggregate. So you can still win and you can still make money and have a good time. It's not it's not sled against you. You just have to deal with the disadvantage is all it is. It's a slight disadvantage where they make all their money.
Yeah. And of course, I mean, duh.
Yeah. I mean, and it makes it even harder knowing that, like knowing it's a and it changes per game, but even like at a 5%, you're still having to, bring a lot of people through the doors. So when you have stuff like this going on where there's fewer people in casinos, that it's harder to keep everything afloat, I imagine.
Totally.
I'm not in
And
finance though.
I
For
also am not in
clarity.
finance. We may have confused you by our discussion, but we are not financial advisors. Um,
do
there's a
do
disclaimer on the bottom.
do not gamble to win money. Expect to
Yeah.
lose all of your money when you gamble.
Yes, kind of like when you play like video games. Like you're not playing video games to win anything, right? It's just to pass the time.
Well, you're still playing to win. That's still the same thing.
Well, yeah, that's true.
for
But
most
you're
some
not playing to
people.
win money.
Yeah. But in that, one of the things that I came across that I found really interesting. So FedEx, which was founded in 1971, um, it didn't actually give a date on when this happened, but between 71 and 76, they got into some debt and were having some issue with rising fuel costs. They ended up with $5K in the bank and had a $24,000 fuel bill, which adjusted for inflation, $140,000 fuel bill to keep their planes running that they couldn't afford. So the owner came to Vegas, and from Memphis, sat down at blackjack tables and with his 5K left in his company money, ready to go bankrupt, and walked out winning as a profit 27,000, which adjusted for inflation is about $158,000 to pay the fuel bill to keep
Wow.
FedEx
FedEx
in
alive.
business.
You're so good because I saw that. I saw that in one of the things that said FedEx wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Vegas.
Yeah.
That's as far as I got.
Oh, because
As far as I
I read 3 or 4 different articles because I kept asking questions, and the more I asked questions, it just kept getting deeper into it.
Rabbit hole.
Well, and it's funny to think we probably wouldn't even notice because another company would have come
Have
up.
taken.
Yeah,
UPS.
yeah, would probably have
would
just
just
filled
be-
in the gap, or DHL would be more successful. I don't know if DHL is still a thing. I haven't seen trucks around for a while. I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it was just a shipping company.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got none then.
But there's a lot of them. If you start dealing with larger stuff, all my kayaks have been delivered by random third-party shipping companies.
Well, that's because
all
that's
that.
big stuff.
Yeah, but those things exist, and they might have diversified into small package carrying and stuff if FedEx didn't exist. Is my only point really.
Interesting.
So yeah, you can save your business by coming to Vegas and paying our taxes.
Don't do. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't do that. Also do that because we don't pay state taxes. In case you wanted to know.
Oh, and that's primarily why.
Yeah, because y'all pay our taxes.
It kind of makes me wonder how other states that don't have state income tax get by, like where it is, because
Yeah.
it's very obvious for me where we get our money from, and it's not like a secret at all by any stretch of the imagination. So other states, I don't know.
That's interesting. We should take a look and list all the states that don't have state income tax.
We'll do a super exciting episode on taxes in general. That sounds.
Oh, that's. I'm gonna research for that one, buddy. Yeah, gonna do that. No. Also, our taxes pay for our education, which is like 51st in the nation.
Theoretically.
Yeah, the pot was supposed to too.
Yeah, that
That's another
sounds like a
episode.
whole other episode.
Episode. Where's the
that's-
pot money?
That's a much more controversial episode.
I want to know.
That's probably one we might
Oh,
we
I
might
could go on
bump
location.
heads a little bit.
I'm here with the governor.
You're gonna assault
I have a question.
education administrators with your phone.
Where? I'm recording. Where's the pot money? We need to know.
We'll have to write a new book, find a new name that's as controversial but separate from Deep Throat. Just find something else. That
No,
was
I don't.
the
Yeah.
that was the Nixon informant. In case
Oh,
that wasn't clear.
no, it wasn't because I don't know stuff like that.
Oh.
But
Yeah, I used to get
But
in a
I-
lot of trouble because I read In Search of Deep Throat when I was in high school, and on the cover of the book, the what is it called? The jacket. It said "In Search of" in small letters and said "Deep Throat" in big letters, and I think it had like a cigar on it that was smoking. It was really phallic, and I'd be reading it like on band trips, sitting in lobbies of hotels, reading this book just to screw with people.
oh, that's terrible.
It's a good read though. In Search of Deep Throat. If you care
Now I
about-
want a fun name. for my investigative reporting.
You'll have to get really into porn and find something appropriate, I think.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I would like to make a clarification here for every future episode. If my brother ever tells you to Google something, don't do it. Don't go Google in search of Deep Throat right now. Don't do it.
That will not happen. It's a great book. You could search for it on Amazon. I'm sure they're still printing it.
Don't search anything he tells you to search because you will be horrified for the rest of your life.
Okay, so moving on.
That's another episode. The things Aaron made me Google.
Yeah, that's not going up on any public forum. We'll record that just for posterity. And anybody who goes through my computer after I die can suffer through that one. So apparently people think, just to get past this,
Yes.
people think that pure oxygen is pumped into the casinos to keep people awake, which I thought was
I've heard that.
a little wild. You'd heard that? I'd never heard that before.
I've heard somebody say that before, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Like, no,
Do you think so is it a myth or is it true?
That's a myth. It's a myth.
Oh, okay.
The cost would be astronomical, and it's not even really practical. And then you wouldn't see the little old ladies smoking cigarettes with their
Oh, 'cause they
old
would
people,
explode.
not to be with their. Well, that's what they do is they have oxygen machines or oxygen tanks and their cigarettes. How they do that in life, but they wouldn't need their oxygen tanks then when they went to the casino if it was pure
Oh, true.
oxygen.
True. And that would be very expensive and it would be explosive. Like it would be dangerous.
Yeah. And it's
None of this makes
it's
sense.
fundamentally impractical.
And then those people who sell you oxygen, like what would their job be then?
Yeah. Oh, at the oxygen bars?
Yeah, you
So
can
like
buy
you just be
oxygen.
having lavender I know it's still a thing, like I know they exist, but it's not what it used to be.
Maybe
They're not pushing that hard anymore.
maybe the COVID. Oh, I can't say that. The virus. Darn. Delete it.
So,
Delete.
and also people seem to think that they either have really strong drinks or not strong drinks, depending on who you ask, when they just follow whatever the regulations are. Casinos are practical if nothing else. All they
Yeah.
want to do is get the money. That's it. And they're all free.
A shot is a shot is a shot.
Yeah. And if you want more alcohol, you just keep gambling and it's free. I mean, you can drink for free in Vegas as long as you're sitting at a table and
Yeah.
yeah.
Free.
I
Sit
mean,
at the
yeah.
penny machine. That's my
Well,
jam.
and that's also a myth because I mean even the penny machines, if you want to actually play them, it's $1 a pull. It's not
Yeah.
really
At least.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's a penny a line for future reference peeps. It's like a penny a line. And then they try to, like, if you just do one line, you're never going to win anything. But you'll get a free drink.
Yeah, and anybody who's seen the slot machine games on the app stores probably know they do all the diagonals and everything you can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
So next thing you know, you're at 100 different combinations of lines with all the
And then you pull it, and you have no idea why you won. You're like, I don't even know.
no idea half the time.
Uh,
Though somebody I
That's
knew,
not fun.
somebody I know was really into the Wheel of Fortune game and all the mini games and stuff that happened, and was totally on it all the time and knew exactly what was going on. So maybe not nobody.
You're not talking about me, are you?
No, were you super into
Oh.
the Wheel of Fortune machine?
Yeah.
I
Well, not that into. That sounded crazy.
Well-
But if I played the Wheel of Fortune machine. It was Chad's fault.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. I guess that
Yeah.
answers if you gamble, you only play the Wheel of Fortune machine.
And I haven't in years and years and years. I don't really gamble. If I gamble, I do a sports betting.
Yeah. And I haven't done that in years. I'm actually thinking about getting back into it next NBA season since it's the only thing that
Ugh.
makes any sense to me. Football's too hard.
Oh, football's the best. That's another great topic.
Is
We have a
football's the
football
best?
team.
Yeah, that's
No, we have a
yes.
football team.
Yeah, we can definitely go head to head on that one. That one's not going to be a clean episode. There will be
What do you mean if
blood.
it's actually a team?
No, I have a lot of
Oh, you don't think we
animosity
should have a
toward the
team?
Raiders. No, I just don't want it to be the Raiders. That's it.
Oh, okay, join the club. At least it's
Yeah.
not the Patriots.
No, I'll take the Patriots.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. There you go. People, you all need to vote. Who is worse? The Patriots, the old Raiders, not the Vegas Raiders, or the Cowboys?
Hashtag same Raiders. Blow it up.
N-
Hashtag same Raiders.
No. Uh-uh. They're Vegas Raiders. I struggle watching them. Like, it's a struggle because I'm all about Vegas. Oh, speaking of, I wore my Vegas Strong shirt.
Nice. Didn't get that really. What's on it?
Oh, it has, I don't know. It has a lady with a tattoo. But at the bottom, oh, it says "Welcome to Vegas,"
Oh, the
and then
sign.
the sign on her arm, and then hashtag Vegas Strong because I like to theme things.
Yeah, some people were really stoked. Like I saw a couple of posts from people that had just moved here right before the Route 91 sure incident that were super surprised, that had the idea. And this is another one of the myths, that there's no community in Las Vegas, and that could be a whole episode, because I was arguing with somebody about that a couple days ago. But they were floored at how much outpouring of support there was for everybody during the aftermath of that whole thing. It was sad. I lost you. I don't have anything from you. No audio. Did you mute yourself? Your headset die? Are you... Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. You slip
So
mute?
my thing has a little button, and I hit it.
Yeah, had a slip mute.
Oopsies.
Oh,
I was like,
chat wants to see your tattoo. I'm guessing your Nevada tattoo.
oh, how am I gonna do that? Okay, here we go, peeps. Let me climb up this mountain back here. I'll climb up the mountain. Okay.
You look like a ghost. You're fading.
I know, because of the green screen.
Is it gonna go into focus? There it goes.
Okay, there we go.
There
Vegas
it
Strong.
is. And just for clarity, for anybody that doesn't know, the heart down at the bottom, that's where Vegas is.
Oh, yeah.
Right at the little corner.
Also, for clarification, I'm not really at Mount Charleston. Or Red Rock.
I was gonna say.
I know it looked very realistic that I was climbing that mountain, but that's not where I'm at.
Oh, I am here broadcasting from the Strip, though.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't actually know where I am. I just kind of stopped, pulled off the road, and set up. I don't know.
You're in front of the Bellagio, dude. That's the Bellagio fountains.
I thought
the
so
Paris.
too, but if you look at it, it may be from the Bellagio side.
It is from the Bellagio side.
Yeah, and I've never seen that. I'm not ritzy enough to roll up to the Bellagio in the steakhouse to take pictures.
I know people.
I guess. Now we know.
I guess that answers if we go to the Strip. You clearly do not.
I do not. Yeah, I was when I was down there for one of the VP candidates was in town, and I was running him and his crew around, and they were asking me questions about parking and things. I had no idea what to tell anybody. It's like, I don't know where to park anymore. I don't know if it costs money, which, by the way, it's like free to park now since there's nobody parking. But I was still surprised. I didn't expect that. Still, I'd imagine they'd be trying to get every dollar they could wherever they could. Because
I don't even wanna
parking's not
talk about
something
it.
you have an option to do.
That is a controversial issue. The starting of charging of parking. Controversial. It irritated the crud out of me.
And it was, it's just because we were so used to it for so long.
I know.
With it not being. The same thing happened, the El Cortez downtown is where I would park for shows. And it was just basically it was a standalone garage. It wasn't actually attached to the casino. And they had free parking for years and years. and when they started charging, I don't park there anymore. It's like,
No, you just find a street spot.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Or I park somewhere cheaper because their event parking is more expensive. So it's they screwed themselves. I'm sure they're fine, but
Well, yeah. They don't care.
I'm sure
Nobody
they
cares.
they lost a bunch of people, but yeah, there's no way they care. There's no way they care.
Also, for peeps out there, if you're a veteran, you go into each casino and get your veteran card, and you park for free.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I didn't tell you that?
No, that's good information to have.
Yeah, I didn't know it for a whole year. Whole year I paid for parking. I didn't go much, but
from the beginning of the parking.
from the very
okay.
beginning. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now I know. I can park anywhere for free. That's what I can provide. You know how you're like, oh, I know peeps in Vegas. Like, I bet they can get us in anywhere and do anything. Yeah. One, I'm not that peep, and I don't even know those peeps.
That's actually one of the myths that I read was that everybody thinks that having a friend gets you into things. It's like, it might get you a drink.
Yeah. I can get you a Nevada discount, like at Circus Circus.
or we could get you free tickets to a lot of shows you don't want to see with
Yes.
with a 2-drink minimum.
Tropicana comedy show.
Yeah. Lots of shows for free with a 2-drink minimum. Like if you want to see the vagina monologues, can probably if it's here, you can get free tickets with a 2-drink minimum.
Yeah.
So it's $25 anyway.
I was gonna say those drinks cost $15 BTW. Plus tip.
Yeah.
Don't forget to tip your waitress.
They bend you over.
Yeah,
No
they'll
matter
get you
what. Yeah.
no matter what.
There is no free lunch.
Just
as
make
they
sure you're
say.
having fun.
Yeah, that's the point. That's what budgets are for.
Yeah.
That's why I don't tell people not to gamble. I mean, I just make sure it's money that you expect to lose. And you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Just assume you're gonna lose for sure.
Yeah, because otherwise it leads into. I know at some point we're gonna do a whole thing on homelessness in Vegas, but
Yes.
that's a big part of the issue here. Is gambling. It's not
And
the only
winning
one.
is actually dangerous
Yeah,
because then it makes you think, oh, look, you can win.
or it's the curse. There's a megabucks curse as well.
Is there?
Yeah, there's been a lot of people dying in gang confrontations and plane crashes and all kinds
they
of weird
win?
stuff from after winning megabucks.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you ever win big, don't give anybody your name. Decline all interviews, all of that, just in case.
That's a good tip.
Go spend your money in private. There's a lot of stuff, and I don't know why. This is one of those things that I've done research into. What happened? What do you do if you win the lottery? I don't play the lottery, so it's never going to be relevant. But it's one of those like tax things that I was curious looking into, and most of it is just all personal suggestions.
It is funny to prepare. I'm going to prepare just in case I win the lottery. So I need to know all the things. But also, I don't play the lottery.
Yeah, it's just in case that one time somebody approaches me and says, "Hey, I'm going to the border," which, by the way, lottery is and always has been illegal in Nevada. Which is, it's fine. It's weird. I don't understand it one way or the other. I totally believe it should be legal, but I also believe nobody should play it. So there we are.
Yeah.
Not a hot take on that. But just in case that one time somebody says, "Hey, you want to throw $10 in on a lottery ticket?" The one time I say yes, and then
And you win.
then we win, and I don't know what to do with my $360 million.
And you have no
I'll
time
have
to
a
Google it
baseline.
before then.
Yeah, I have no time to. Yes.
It just comes falling into your lap. You're like, but I'm prepared for it, so it's okay. That leads into another thing that everybody thinks is legal in Las Vegas: prostitution. Not legal, people.
The saucy one. The saucy one.
Don't do it. It's not legal in Clark County.
Yeah, not in any of Clark County. There's actually 10 out of our 16 counties are legalized. That the state heavily regulates it, but leaves it up to the individual counties to decide whether to actually permit brothels. to write
Interesting. That's
permits for
another
them.
thing that we'll talk about another time is if prostitution should be legal.
Yeah, and if you should name your establishments after large cats.
Oh, yeah. So when you're driving from Las Vegas to Reno and you see something called like, I swear it was like the Wildcat Sanctuary,
It's like
but it must not stand
house.
sanctuary.
Yeah, it was house. It was like
Wildcat
Wild
House.
Cat House or something.
I thought it was a cat sanctuary. Like, because we have one here in Las Vegas where they have the big cats that, like retire from the strip. I was like, oh my gosh, how do we never know that there was one of those right here we could stop?
And that was
Don't.
it was a pretty great moment when I made the casual joke about cougars being there, and you got all wide-eyed and happy, and wanted
'Cause
to
I
wanted to talk about cougars. And I didn't know what to do with the conversation because it had clearly gotten away from me.
It was the blondest moment I've ever had in my life. People, I legit thought there were cats there. Oh, it was sad. It was sad to figure that out.
But yeah, not in Las Vegas, and don't do it. It's
Yeah, don't.
it's bad news when you can just drive an hour. If you just drive
To
the
the
hour,
ranch.
just drive the hour to Pahrump in Knight County and handle your business, because yeah, it's not worth the $1,000 fine, I think, for a first offense.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot more
Also,
expensive than
over
you'll
the
want
hump,
it to be.
over the hump to Pahrump, all of a sudden means so much more to me now.
Oh my
Like I
goodness.
just thought of that.
It's
Called over.
yeah, because there's a mountain there. It's like that one behind you. It's literally
Yeah, but
over a
also
mountain. That's fair. That's fair. And I don't know if it's still open, but there at least used to be a museum too. So if you wanted to go to the museum,
of brothels,
uh,
a brothel museum,
yeah, but it was in a it was in uh,
in a
a
brothel.
rundown strip club.
Oh,
It was the layers to unpack are
interesting.
real. It's one of the first things that you see when going into Pahrump
Huh.
from Vegas, for clarity.
I've never checked out any of the establishments
No,
in Pahrump.
there's a big sign. You can see it
No,
from.
I mean I don't even
it's
see it.
Oh,
I
you
don't
need
pay
to spend more
attention.
time in Pahrump. Go to the Harvest Festival, which, by the way, if you're ever in Vegas in the fall, it's something to do. The Pahrump Harvest Festival.
Not now, it's not.
Oh yeah, it's probably a good point. Next year,
Yeah.
another
Art in the
some other
Park.
fall.
Art in the
Yeah.
Park is twice a year.
Boulder City. Yeah,
Fantastic.
Boulder City's an important point in general. Boulder City's
Oh,
a nice little town.
yep. They have a great bar, The Tap. Shout out.
It's
They
in a,
should pay me for this
it's in a
advertisement
hotel
'cause,
lobby. Like, come on now.
it's great.
It's
And hundreds of people are going to watch this. So right now, The Tap in Boulder City.
it's gonna blow
Go
up.
there.
You're not even
Yeah,
gonna
they're
be
gonna
able
be
to get a
like,
reservation anymore. Yeah. You'll never get to see the place ever again because of you. You did
so many
this.
people.
But we're supporting small business.
Yes.
The small businesses that don't exist in Las Vegas.
We should how are we doing on time?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah, we should end or almost end with how to say Nevada.
And you just
You
did it.
say, yeah, right. Okay, but
Ada.
yeah, whenever you're in question, just make sure you say it the most obnoxious way possible. So Nevada,
Yeah.
Ada.
And Lord knows why, and who knows why everybody gets so butthurt about it, because people do. People get really upset about it. And
By people, do you mean me?
oh, do you get really upset about it?
It's not upset. It's more of like
Oh, it doesn't.
that kind of thing.
It doesn't bother me at all.
It bothers me a lot. And you know what bothers me even more? When they hire a news anchor who can't even say it right. That's annoying.
When I was when I did the day with the vice presidential candidate, when I was driving him to his bus stop for the speech, I told him it's like one thing to be aware of. People will shred it if you say Nevada. So just be aware of that. Don't say Nevada. Say Nevada. And I will say, the first time he said it, he said Nevada. And then the second time he said it, he said Nevada, and then pointed out that he didn't say it wrong.
That's what Trump did. Dude, when Trump was here for the last elections, he said, he kept saying, I know that you say it Nevada, and everybody, like, so he made this big point of that. He was saying it right, but the entire time he was saying it wrong.
I don't know why anybody cares.
I care. Also, I would also like to point out another thing with this Nevada thing. I am fully aware that it is a Spanish word, and that correct pronunciation of the Spanish word would be Nevada. I understand that. But it's Nevada.
But
And
why?
why? Because I said so.
That's definitely not a good enough reason.
Was totally good reason.
This is
It's
This
'cause
is totally going to be turning into the context that you will normally see, the content that you will normally see here, because I totally disagree that because you think it is a good reason.
that's because you're not a mom and have not had to use that argument
Well,
several times.
but the entire population of the state, as well as all the tourists, are not your children. You can't do that to people.
Okay, it's Nevada because we say those of us who own the state
But also,
in our
but
hearts.
why?
It doesn't matter why.
Why
You
were we?
think
But I mean, so we were obviously taught that way. It's been said that way to us. But if you think about it, anybody who comes in from out of state that says Nevada, which is about everybody, I think it's
yeah.
a decent concession. That why? If everybody that comes here is from somewhere else, who's teaching everybody how to? Where is this universal consciousness?
The original people who bastardized the word in the first place is where it started.
We need to figure
But
out who these people are then.
they're dead. It doesn't matter. I'm all about tradition. It's Nevada. Don't let him deter you from using proper pronunciation.
I'm not taking a side here.
The
I'm
word
just saying
is
it doesn't.
Nevada.
I'm just saying it shouldn't disrupt your life.
These aren't things that should be argued upon. It's always Nevada. Like, I always wonder, what words do I say wrong? Like, it's New Orleans,
Oh,
right?
it's a lot of them. Oh, so that's definitely one that is debatable.
New Orleans?
The New
How do they
Orleans, New
say it?
Orleans, Nolans.
Nolans is how they say it.
I imagine so. I don't.
I haven't never been there. New Orleans.
I mean, it's a beautiful place. But go if you're
I
gonna
wonder
go
if
to
I
drink.
say it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't 100% know. I know it's controversial. That's the extent of what I know about it, because it's like everything else with linguistics like that. I don't care. Just like if somebody calls me like Eric, if I'm at Starbucks and I tell them my name is Aaron, and they call me Eric, guess what? I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about that. I've been called Amber for like a month, and I don't care. But I do care if you say Nevada wrong.
That's weird. That's
Yeah.
such a very strange thing to get upset about. And
Don't know.
yeah, Teresa, I say potato, you say potato. I say tomato, you say tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. It's a great
And
Jimmy
you
Fallon skit for
And
anybody
we
who
should
hasn't
all
seen it.
say Nevada. Nevada, Nevada.
But yeah, I think that'll do it.
Yeah. I think we're at the end. We've covered quite a bit, and I think you've gotten to know us, which is really the point. So when we are famous, you can go back and watch this first episode and be like, "Wow, you guys really didn't know what you were doing, did you?" And we're gonna be like, "No,
Yep.
no, we did not."
And I think that's common. But the good news is we'll get
Oh, yeah.
another shot at it on Monday, when we'll be talking about education. So if you're curious about that and watching us scream at each other, because then inevitably there will be some disagreement
This one I have opinions on.
education. So come back and see us, and please see the banner below. Go follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and for all of the good
Subscribe.
vibes there. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye. See you Monday.